Again, I'm telling people, Izumo is super underrated. And this chapter, again, further showed her level of conviction, the level of effort that goes into just her doing anything. And proof that even though she's not fighting and she's making the best possible opportunities for everyone involved through her unluck ability, like she's definitely figuring out ways to pull her weight the best she can. But now she's ready to start fighting and start doing stuff. I'm curious as to what she's gonna do in order to get her power like outright stronger to use more like one-on-one combatively, because we haven't seen anything from her that would show a fighting style. The closest we've seen is her shoot stuff. She's got a gun. She likes to aim. Like what exactly is she going to do for her style? Is she going to maybe kind of like take the gun and stuff into account? Like what if she took something like something with a ton of those I was thinking like pretty much like a Nerf gun or something. If she touched all the darts, then shot him, maybe they transfer unluck to somebody. It's a weird setup because like she could easily have something really good with it, but it's just like because of the fact that her power is weird, that it's just kind of hard to formulate an idea over it that would make sense of where you're trying to go, because it's just like you have the power of giving someone or something really, really bad luck. Wouldn't like evolved versions of that be so crazy? I don't really know what exactly it would be like. Oh, well, this power is she just has to look at you and she could bestow unluck, or she can like put unluck at any point in your life throughout time or something. And it's just like that'd be something ridiculous. But like everything is just kind of like beginning like normal in the chapter. They're kind of just talking about the mission, getting things all set up. But obviously, the difference is Izumo's not there. She's been taken by Under through their trade in order to have the Winter Uma killed. But now the Spring Uma is got the focus of everybody. Like everybody has their attention directed at this guy, and they're all just preparing of like what they need to do, pretty much for taking it down and stopping whatever's next. And Billy immediately just says like, "Oh yeah, shoot a nuke at it. Like let's just launch a nuke at it." And I really want to know like if it went off, if the Spring like Uma didn't. If it didn't succeed in its dice thing, would it have just nuked the whole area, blown up everything and everyone around him? It's just one of those scenes where, like, yeah, I'm sure it would have been effective, and I get their logic, but it's like, man, the people around this area even, like, are they aware they're a split second away from being all killed from Billy? But we do get actually some information on that really big dude and his negator power undecrease. And I'm guessing from how his weapons were shown before and like how we saw and stuff, he has like so much, like if he gets ammunition, I'm guessing that it's like he can't run out of it. Like maybe X amount of time, like he shoots all the bullets out of a magazine, he maybe puts the magazine back in like one of the slots for it, like on whatever gun belt he has, and then they automatically refill, or they maybe just never go away. And every gun, like an automatic gun, I guess to him would be the most amazing thing ever. But in this case, he had a nuke. But because when they launched it, the Spring Uma, he like pulls out like a cup with some dice, and he ends up rolling. And his way is, I guess, he's like taking luck from something, or like applying his luck to something to pretty much go like bring things in his favor, because he just rolls the dice, rolls 2 ones and slaps him down, and he says that he's taking what is cherished most from the target being a nuke, so probably like detonating is its most favorite thing, and it doesn't go off because of that. So they're like, okay, we're gonna use Izumo and her unlock ability to fight this guy, and his powers is pretty much doing lucky things for him. And that's we had that really good moment for her, and like her just kind of like standing up being like, hey, I know I'm not the best, but I want to be able to do what I can. I want to pull my weight. I want to do things on my own and be able to kind of just handle things on my own. Like it's very good for her character for a moment like this, because it really just kind of puts her in a spot that shows that she again is fully aware of like her strengths and weaknesses and stuff beforehand, but she knows that she was doing everything she could, but there's still room to improve, which is really nice. And on top of that, her rational thinking in this and kind of just trying to like look over things as things are progressing and not like not fumbling over anything. Like she seems at least so like pretty far on the ball. You know, with this whole setup that's going on with like under and whatnot, and they're getting all ready to go and attack. This I was gonna say Spirit Uma, no Spring Uma. They're all getting their moves all kind of prepped up. All these factions, well, I mean 2 factions and 2 groups, but all these members of these 2 factions and 2 groups are getting super hyped up, super fueled up, getting ready to go towards this battle. After this, like this is the last of the 4 seasonal Umas. So like after this, there has to be a new direction that things are going in. Whether like all of a sudden it's going to be like end series, like kind of area end game, or is it going to welcome in a couple more really bad Uma and then like characters and whatnot that they're gonna have to, like the main cast is gonna have to deal with in order to get whatever job and accomplishment they have set up in future arcs. As it were, though, that's just gonna be something we're gonna have to wait till later. Like I think there's just a normal chapter 1. I don't think there's any holidays for a bit over from Japan's side, but from this one, I would say this was a solid chapter. I like the Spring Uma. I think he's pretty cool. I like his design. I would say my favorite out of them is the Summer Uma. I actually really do like it more than this one now that I look at them both pretty recently. Because the Spring Uma is cool looking, but it's not nearly as just kind of like crazy as the the Summer one. And granted, they did say like it's only in phase 2 or stage 2, so it's not fully grown. Is it Omokade? I think that's pronounced. Or not snake, sorry. Centipede that is like just this giant creature that like looms over mountains and stuff, and it just makes me think of like a setup like that with that whole badass Summeruma. But next chapter, things are gonna start to kind of really pick up. This is just one of those chapters where it was like kind of getting you kind of was getting you comfortable and understanding the gravity of the situation, like the scenario they're in, as well as setting up like the next target, the next like pretty much running of events that are going to go down. But anyway, other than that though, comment below, thumbs up, thank you all for listening, and thanks to everyone who's already subscribed. Bye.